Hopefully this show ends short, because boy, my eyes are heavy today.
I told y'all, everybody don't have to stay. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with whipping out.
Yeah, but y'all had the best conversations when I'm gone.
What is going on?
I didn't do it.
I was just practicing.
But I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
All right, well, ain't no use messing around with it. Let's get started. So here's the rules. Here are the rules. The last people to comment on the video, she's not in here now, but I know what her thought process is. So here's the rules. We're speaking last.
I'm sorry, guys. Be right back.
Oh,
okay.
We're going to speak last in it. So everybody gets to have their piece of everything. The reason being is because I don't want anybody, and everybody's adult here, so I'm not putting you down as your little kids or something like that. I don't want your thought process to be skewed by me or Foxy's thought process on it. I want your genuine thought process on it. So we're going to speak last. Because there are some people in this.
You mean Foxy's going to make an appearance?
Well, she's not in here now. You're going to hear her voice.
Oh, we'll hear her voice. I thought we were going to see her face.
Maybe. She's working on some projects, so she'll dip in. She may dip in right in the middle of it and go, no, y'all gonna stop that. So we don't know when she's gonna come in.
So you and Foxy are gonna speak last. We're gonna speak first.
Y'all gonna speak first. Whoever wants to speak first, but we'll give our thoughts last. Nikki said, "Happy birthday." Hello, Susan. Happy birthday. Sister-in-law, birthday people, and hello. So let's get to the first one. Yeah, I'm just going to play it.
Friend, a 25-year-old woman, is constantly late for everything. Be it work-related or fun activity, she will always be at least 15 to 20 minutes late. She doesn't have a car, so oftentimes I, a 25-year-old guy, will pick her up from her house. I work at a university and she's a PhD student there, so her place is along the way for me. Last time I offered her a ride to work, she ended up being 20 minutes late after I'd already arrived at her place. Because of that, I ended up being late for work. She's always very apologetic about her lateness, but nothing ever changes. This week, she was supposed to give a seminar at the university, which is a crucial part of her PhD program. She asked me if I could give her a ride to work that day. I told her, sure, but I'm picking her up at 8 a.m. and she must be there exactly at 8 a.m., not a minute later. She chuckled, but I told her that I was not joking, and she promised that she would be there. The morning of her seminar, I drove to her place and got there at 7:55 a.m., and I texted her that I was here. She told me that she would be out in just a minute. At 8 o'clock, there was no indication that she would come out, and she didn't text anything, so at 8:01, I drove off. At around 8:20 a.m., she called me asking me where I was. I told her I was at work and that I wasn't joking when I told her that she had to be ready right that minute. She started screaming and crying over the phone and told me that she was having a hard time that morning and couldn't be ready right at 8 a.m. She then begged me to come back to pick her up because her seminar was at 9 a.m. and she needed to be at school before then. I could have driven over there quick enough to pick her up and drop her off without it affecting my work, but I decided that I didn't want to do that, and I told her that I wouldn't. She was crying and hyperventilating at that point and said that she would promise to never be late for anything else again, and re-emphasized that this seminar was crucial for her PhD and that she absolutely cannot miss it without severe consequence. I responded, "Oh well," and hung up. I then went about my day at work normally. I feel like I could have gone back to pick her up in this scenario since it wouldn't have been detrimental to me. And at the same time, this was something very important for her. On the other hand, I feel like this should be a wake-up call for her chronic lateness. All right, hold on a second.
Whoever wants to go first, go ahead. Tracy, I already know what your thought process is because I saw you. You know, I can see you at the bottom.
What do you think my thought process is going to be?
When you sit there,
Well,
and
he
listen
can
to-
see you react.
I know,
Yeah,
but
well, I
I
can
want
see
him
your
to tell me
reaction.
what he thinks my thought process is going to be.
oh well. I saw your head like, mm-mm. So Tracy, go first.
Yeah, that's. I guess you do know me because that's exactly what I was. I'm like, girl. And as a person that sometimes comes late to this podcast, but I always tell people I'm going to be 10 minutes late or 5 minutes late or a day late. But chronic, I don't think I'm chronic.
No.
She is chronic. What if he had went back and he had picked her up? She was just going to be late again. Nope, that'll teach her. She'll know next time. Set that clock. Hey, and when you think you'll be late, what you do, you inbox some people that you know who's on this podcast, ask them to wake you up early because you know you're not a morning person. Like I know, hey, I'm not a morning person. So when I had to be lab work at 6 o'clock in the morning, this is what I did. I said, hey, I'm gonna get some people that haven't called me. Turns out I didn't even need it. I woke up on my own. But I knew, it's like tardiness, consistent, like occasional tardiness. Okay, you get stuck by a train, you get behind a slow move. Okay, but when it's constant, nah, she deserved to be checked. Oh well, she'll know next time.
I mean, it was a bit harsh.
Harsh. It was harsh for her. He
But-
told her exactly. He told her what time she had to be out there.
Yep.
He said he wouldn't wait a minute more. Did he not keep that promise?
He did.
Now I probably wouldn't have did that, but I'm just saying, hey, he told you.
Yes. And here I have to say, yeah, he laid out exactly what he needed, and
then she texts him at 8:20. If you have to be there at 8 o'clock, why you gonna text somebody at 8:20? That's like 20 minutes after you. Like, girl, what is you thinking? What are you thinking?
I myself would have not just been quite as snippy as the guy, but I might have gone back for her.
So she could be late again? No, thank you.
But this is what I would tell her. This is the last time I'm driving you. You need to get other arrangements from now on.
All right, Theus.
You agreed to. Sorry, Theus.
Oh, go ahead.
No,
Anna.
finish your thought, Em.
You agreed. You knew. Why was this not a discussion? Not just waiting for work. Why was this? I feel like he got to a place where because he was not talking about anything. So a little bit of fault on both, but I don't think anybody's an a-hole.
She is for being late all the dang time. How disrespectful.
Okay, so off the bat, would still not give it away. Anna and Tracy agrees with either me or Foxy, like down to the T, like really down to the T. So Theus,
I'm probably not the best one because I missed like 95% of that. So basically, what his girl is chronically late for everything, and he's fed up about it.
mm-hmm.
It's
she's
a
with his
friend,
girlfriend. He's a friend.
not a
She's a
girlfriend.
friend. Yeah, not a girlfriend, a friend.
Oh, okay. So that makes it even easier. So
she
your
is
friend,
a student going for a PhD. He is a teacher who teaches at the college. So they were just along the same route, and he was helping her get there for her schooling because it was nothing to him.
okay, so they weren't like on a date or nothing. It was
Mm-mm,
just
nope.
Nope.
just like a ride sharing type of thing for friends
Exactly.
or carpooling. All right. So he tells her, look, I'm tired of you being late. And then he leaves without her. Is that about right?
Yes.
Yes.
He though
Well,
did tell her that morning he needed to get going at 8:00. He made this a stipulation. If you are not there on time, I will go
I'm
without
leaving.
you.
And she wasn't on time and he left.
Okay. I don't see a problem with that. I don't see a problem with that. So, yeah.
Her hyperventilating. Girl, take the bus.
I mean, you
Yeah,
know, if
she called him
we
up.
if we're good friends like that, you know what I'm saying, and you know your friends, you know
Mhm.
which ones have no concept of time. You know, like I'm the type of person that I'm not typically late, but I'll get you right up to the wire, right? And like today, for example, I was late by the standards that we're supposed to have, so I was late. But I was like prepared early and then got distracted. Right, I got my attention span is like, you know, my favorite phrase, a drunk gerbil. Right, I can't stay focused for long, and so she might just be like that, but worse. Right, the kind of person who, if you say we got to be there at 8, she starts getting ready at 8, like she completely missed the whole concept of
Yeah,
prep time.
Getting ready
at
time.
7:30.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
or commute. Right, you know, we don't get to get in the car and teleport to where we're going. But yeah, I mean, that's cool. You told her, you explained what the situation was. She knows that she's perpetually late. Whatever happened, she got distracted. She might have untreated ADHD. I don't know. Not your problem anyway. And you left her. Now, don't be lecturing her though. I think I picked that piece up at some point, right? Like,
No,
don't
he
talk
wasn't
down to her.
lecturing.
Don't talk down to her. Like,
She called him in
Hyperventilating, crying.
a
because he left her.
yes.
Oh,
Because
okay.
she
Well,
texted him at 8:20.
folks
He
have hurt
told her to
feelings.
be ready at 8:00, and she texted him at 8:20.
Yeah.
8:20.
Yeah, I don't think
20
he.
minutes after she was supposed to be in the car.
Based off what you guys shared with me and my limited part of that I picked up, I don't think either one of them are a-holes. I think he did what was justifiably right, and she did what was entirely in her character, and she just has to deal with the consequences of her inaction.
He's definitely not the a-hole. She ain't got no consideration.
Unless she did it with malice, that doesn't make her an a-hole. It just makes her
agree.
slow.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
about time
So
to get you a Uber pass.
Because they don't
Foxy-
wait. Uber
Foxy,
does
you
not
and me
wait.
first. You and me first.
Let's see what she looks like.
We've seen Foxy like 2
We've
times in 2
seen
years.
Foxy, like,
I haven't. I don't think I have.
Oh, I've seen her on her show.
Yeah, we saw her on her show.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
I
Marlon
mean
keeps her
her
bu-
with Marlon. That's what I meant.
Marlon keeps her behind the camera because she has to make sure that delicate high-end equipment that he be playing with is well taken care of.
So
Yeah.
the deal is, the funny thing is, she's like 10 feet away from me, so she can easily just walk around here, but she ain't doing all that.
I'm lazy and I already took my sleep aid.
You are not lazy. You are aggressively
You are-
conservative with your energy.
There you go.
Ooh, next time somebody tell me I'm lazy, I'm gonna use that.
So you want me to go first or you go first? Okay. So here's the deal. This should have been nipped in the bud a long time ago. And I'm going to tell you why I feel the way I feel is because this situation or this day is extremely important to the girl. And I would have been the one to go back and pick her up. And this is where I agree with Anna by saying I would go back, pick her up, but immediately tell her, understand this is the last time I'm ever picking you up again. I just don't think this was the heel to you. This is the baddest time to use as the example of something that you literally could have nipped in the bud a long time ago. I'm not taking anything away from old girl, because honestly, yeah, you crying and whining and woohoo and everything else on the most important day, and yet you decided that you ain't gonna change not one routine in that day for your most important day.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm now get back to old boy. Yeah, but you could have went back and picked her up. You really could have and explained to her, but understand we ain't doing this no more. It was said to her like that. You couldn't even change your routine on the most important day of your career. Are you serious? So no, I'm not doing it no more. Or the simple fact that you could have nipped this in the bud a long time ago, especially on some of them days where you was late for work waiting on her. Like now you want to be late? Cool. But anything that you late on that affects me and my money? No, we ain't
Wait a
finna do
minute.
this.
So he didn't have nowhere important to be?
No, he had to be
Work.
to work. At
He
work.
had to be to work. He, out of the goodness of his heart, he
One
picked
part
her
of it
late
is,
behind her.
yeah, one part
sorry,
of it was
y'all.
he said that he did pick her. He was picking her up because she's on the way to the same direction, the school and the hospital. I don't even know what the other place was, but there is in the same vicinity, and he's on the way. And one of those times she showed up 20 minutes late and made him late for work, waiting on her. See, at that point,
He
it was
waived it.
saying like, look, we can't do this
No.
because you're messing with me and my money now.
Yeah.
So if you want to be late, be late. And at that time, I keep thinking, okay, if you'd have said that, then she would have been like either A, changed her ways, which you ain't gonna never know because you ain't going back, or B, I'm gonna start catching an Uber. Now, granted, in this situation right here, yeah, female, I'm sorry. Go catch an Uber.
But you know, Uber doesn't wait on you either.
No, but you can call it right when you're ready, though.
But you go call. She has 40
Mm.
minutes to get to
No,
where she's
mm.
going.
Oh, I'm about
Huh?
to say you got 3 minutes to get your
Oh
butt.
no! I was saying she has 40, she has
Yeah,
40
and if
minutes
you're
to get
not
to the
there, if
school.
she told them come here at 8 and I'm gonna go down there at 8:20, they gone. She
Yeah.
gonna go.
But
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, with that
But-
situation, she would be able to call it when she's literally about to walk out the door. But
Which is
I
it'll
don't
be
know.
20 minutes late.
Well, possibly. Yeah,
But I mean,
that's-
at this point in time, let's just
The
use
part I-
hindsight. At this point in time, she's ready to go. I don't think she's going to call
Eventually.
Uber and then go back in the house and wait another 20 minutes. And
But see, what y'all ain't thinking about is like, what if she had like the hot ass and she had to go, handle some business suddenly, or that's the best I got. But anyway, I don't know about one. You said you would go back and get her. No,
I'm not.
that's a waste of time.
Because she's gonna be late
If
again.
you're gonna leave her, leave her. Don't
Yep.
don't leave somebody and then come back because now you being petty. Now you trying to teach a grown folk a lesson, and that ain't your role.
yeah,
Oh,
hey, Tanya.
Nope.
Hello. Well, and the other thing is, I don't know if I would say this is it. I ain't doing this for you no more. I would say, look, I hate that I had to leave you, but I have to get to work, and you know this. So if you're not going to be able to be on time, then we're not going to be able to continue doing it. But if you can get on time, I'm still here to help you.
Consistently. And stop waiting until
Well, I
8:20.
mean, I agree, but the consistently part I would probably leave unsaid. Like
Yeah.
I would
Oh,
just say
no,
you
I'm
just
saying
need to be
so-
ready.
So she can
because-
understand.
But she ain't my child, so I'm not here to
Oh,
talk
well,
to you
she
like
gonna
that.
act like one. I'm gonna treat her like one.
Oh, that
But she's
we
not
different
acting
there.
like a okay, Tracy. She's not acting like
Because a PhD
child.
student,
She's just
ain't-
late.
if she's a PhD
Mhm.
student,
Okay,
med
okay.
student,
Foxy,
she ain't even
wants,
getting no sleep.
Foxy wants to give her point of view. Go ahead, Foxy. You have the floor.
So for me, I am notoriously on time or 55% of the time early to work.
Me
So
too.
it just rubs against the grain for me to be late. Like I think I panic a little bit if I know I'm going to be late.
Mm.
And I think it's a total disrespect of his time when she is always late. Now you give grace 5-10 minutes occasionally, but you're constantly late. That's disrespectful and inconsiderate. So yeah, I would have stopped it a long time ago. For me, it would have been shut down probably the second time it happened because I'm not going to be late for work. I might leave a little early, but I'm not going to be late. So technically, yeah, she's disrespectful. I wouldn't put up with it. And this is probably why I only have 3 friends.
Did she say 3 friends?
I have 3 friends.
You
I don't
got
see it. I don't even see anything wrong with that personally, because
I don't think you need more than like 2 or 3 good friends.
Yeah,
If
I
they're
don't-
good friends, yeah.
You
they're
know,
your good
you-
friends. I don't need a whole.
you
I
need,
don't
like-
need to be popular
You
with
need
a whole
like
bunch
2
of people.
frontline friends, right? The two that gonna come get you out of jail, and no questions asked, right?
Mhm.
And then you need that one second string friend, you know,
I
and
don't
then
know
maybe
if I
you know
even
2
got
or
them
3
kind of-
additional. You know, if you can round it out to
Trying to
5,
think,
6
who
of
would
good
come
friends,
get
but
me out of jail?